She found a hidden door in her apartment, then vanished without a trace. This is one of those stories that gives me the absolute heebie-jeebies. Our story begins with a girl named Maya who found a door in her apartment. Now, this isn't your typical apartment. Oh no, this is a classic pre-war New York City apartment. You know, the kind with all the charm, the creaks, the groans, the kind where the walls are so thin you can hear your neighbors. And of course, the kind where apartments are going for a cool $3 million. Yeah, that's not a typo, $3 million. But somehow Maya scored this place for a price that felt like a scam. And she was pretty sure the reason why it was going for such a low price was because of the super thin walls. But little did she know, there was another reason. Before we continue, make sure you guys subscribe with post notifications turned on so you never miss an upload. Also, show some love and hit that like button. In the first few days of moving in, everything seemed fine. It wasn't until she hung up a string of fairy lights that the trouble started. See, when she leaned on the bookshelf in the hallway to hang the lights, it wobbled. So when she pulled it away from the wall to get a better angle, she noticed a narrow outline carved into the plaster. There was also a faint draft, and in the center a small metal lock glinted. She stared at it for a moment, her heart thudding in her chest before she crouched down and pressed her fingers to the metal. It was cold. It was also ancient. So she pulled out her phone, hit record and whispered, "Okay guys, remember how I said this place probably had a secret room? Yeah, I was right." Then she touched the lock and it clicked. She opened the panel and darkness greeted her. She stepped inside and the hallway seemed to go on forever. It was barely wide enough for her shoulders. The air smelled like mildew and something older, something forgotten. At the end was a full-length mirror, dusty and framed in black. As she moved closer, she noticed that the mirror had no reflection. That's when the lights in the apartment flickered. She turned around, but the door was gone. She screamed. The next morning, her neighbor called the cops because she heard strange noises coming from the apartment. When they arrived, they didn't find any sign of forced entry. All they found was Maya's dead phone and the bookshelf blocking the doorway. And as for Maya, she was nowhere to be found. The apartment was scrubbed clean. There was no sign of a struggle. It was almost as if she had evaporated into thin air. Her TikTok account was wiped clean. No videos, no trace. The apartment was put back up on Zillow the next week with the same photo.